What's up YouTube, welcome back to the channel, Sleepy Dreamy. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new archetype that I think it's pretty cheap and can do decently well in POG format this year, and that is Regidrago. But before we get into the full deck list, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And also remember to go ahead and sign up for Battle of Leukemia on September 3rd, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It is a charity event that I'm running to fundraise money for Leukemia Research Foundation. It will be in POG 2021 format, which means Team Up and Evolving Skies. 2 Evolving Skies will be legal. So go ahead, sign up, make it your final battleground to be able to test out your deck for POG on the next day, which on top of that, feel free to sign for POG 2021 on September 4th. You can sign up for both on limitless.com, play.limitlesstcg.com. I will leave links to both in the description down below. Now let's get on to the deck profile. Alright guys, just to give you a quick summary of Regidrago. Regidrago is a basic Pokemon with 130 HP, Dragon type, and it has 2 attacks for double colors. It has Hammer in for 30, but the main reason we think this card could be good is for its Dragon Energy attack. Double Grass and Fire Energy, it does 240 damage, and it does 20 less damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. Which really doesn't matter. Its drawback doesn't matter that much because it has 130 HP, and more likely than not, this thing is going to get one hit knocked out. So we're having a single price of doing 240 damage. The only way is that energy cost of double grass and fire energy, but we have a quick way of getting that set up. But we'll show this off in the deck list. So now just to give you guys a quick overview of the deck list, here is the deck list right here. So we're going to be running 4 Regidrago. And how are we getting 3 energy on this bad boy? Well, we're going to be using Charm Form from Battle Styles, and Spring Bloom ability reads, as often you like during your turn, you may attach a grass energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box. So this allows us to accelerate those 2 grass energies that we need per turn, and then after that we could just attach 1 fire energy per turn for our attachment per turn. So since this card is very important, we are currently running a 3-3 line. We might make this a 4-3 line just to make that Cherubi a little bit easier to set up. But I think a 3-3 line is enough for now because we have a ton of recovery to be able to get these back if they do get KO'd. On top of that, we are playing 2 secondary attackers, and the first one is Tapu Bulu, mainly for its Nature Judgment. It does 80 plus 80 more damage if we discard all our energy on this Pokemon. That's 160 damage. There are some important Vs like Umbreon VMAX and even Moltres where we can one-shot with Nature's Judgment because of weakness. So this is why we are playing the Tapu Bulu as an extra backup attacker if we need to. On top of that, we're also playing the Trophius with a Rally Back. For grass and colors energy, it does 30 damage, but if one of our Pokemon were knocked out, we do 90 more damage, giving us a total damage of 120. This is decent chip damage to be able to hit KO. We can hit with Tropius and then knock out with either Tapu Bulu or Regidrago the next turn. Also hitting 120 damage hits 240 damage for those grass weak Pokemons, and that takes out most. If you're weak against grass and you're basic V, then you're getting knocked out. A perfect example is Moltres V. This can be knocked out by Trophius if they knock us out, so we can knock them back right out next turn. For some draw support, we are going to be playing the Dene GX, Dene Change. We only want to play this if we absolutely have to. But aside from that, this gives us the extra draw with the liability, which is why we only play it if we are absolutely dead drawing. We also have Oricorio GX, allowing us to draw 3 cards when our opponent knocks us out. With the single prize deck, we are most likely getting knocked out every turn, so this helps us get our boards reset every time we get knocked out. And we're also going to be playing 1 Snorlax with Gourmandize, allowing us to draw up to 7 cards in our hand, but we end our turn. So in those early turns, let's say we go first, this allows us to draw extra cards on that first turn, so that we're able to set up our board with Charms and Regidragos, whatever we may need on the board. We're also playing one Mew to help out with protecting our bench. And also we're playing a Scoop Up Net Engine, so we're going to go ahead and add that Zigzagoon, giving us a little bit of damage counters. And it also helps the tag teams, because if we do 240 plus 3 Zigzagoon pings, gives us the 270 we need to knock out a tag team. On to our supporter line, we're playing 4 Research just for aggressive draw, 2 Marnie for disruption and shuffle draw, as well as 2 Bruno, shuffle our hand and then draw 4 cards, and if our opponent knocks us out, we draw 7. We don't play 4 because we don't want to draw this early on, because we'd rather play a Research if we're going to do that early on. This is better like after the first KO or 2, we can Bruno, shuffle our hand and draw 7 instead. On top of that, we're going to be playing 2 balls, and I have the idea of playing 2 interesting supporters. One is Raihan. Raihan allows us to attach a basic energy from our discard pile to one of our Pokemon, and we can search any card we want after that. So this can allow us to maybe recycle those fire energies, and then we attach double grass with Charm from our hand, or attachment for turn and then Charm for ability. So this allows us again to help get set up another Regidrago fairly quickly. And then we also have Clara, an interesting supporter that I saw Rare Candy use in his build post rotation, and we can choose one or both of these effects. Put 2 basic Pokemon from your discard pile into your hand, or put 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So we can use this to kind of recover Pokemon as well as energy straight into our hand, very similar to Ordinary Rod, but it goes straight into our hand instead of the deck. So we can quickly get 2 grass energies and accelerate those right back to the board with Charm. Or we can get 2 basic Pokemon and, you know, we can recover some attackers such as Tapu Bulu, maybe a Trophius if we think we can't get 3 energy, so we can just attack with Trophius. And even Regidrago, we can recover Charms if we lost some. So not a bad card to have as a one-of supporter. We're also going to be playing 3 Viridian Forest, because this allows us to search out our fire energy, which will be harder to get out than our grass. Onto our search, we're going to be playing 4 Quick Ball, get our basics out. This is majority a basic deck, except for 1 evolution. And then we're going to be playing Level Ball to be able to get out our Charms, even our Mew and our Zigzagoons can be brought out with our Level Balls. We're also going to be playing 2 more PCOMs as well. PCOM, we do play a decent amount, so PCOM allows us to search for anything as long as we put 1 Pokemon back. And then, like I stated before, we're playing a Scoop Up Net Engine. And the main reason we're playing a Scoop Up Net Engine is because we don't want, with Inteleon in the format, they can easily ping a Regidrago and knock back his energy, his damage by a couple damage, like 220, 200 easily. So we don't want to do that, because we want to hit at least 240 every turn, so that we 2-shot everything. So if they do ping our Regidrago, we can Scoop Up Net it and bring it back and put it back on the board. We can also Scoop Up Net Zigzagoon several times, and you know, it just gives us a switch out. This is basically our switch outs if we have something in the bench on the active that we don't want, such as a Charm. We can go ahead and Scoop Up Net that and bring what we want to the active. On to more additional cards. I'm not sure if I'm overdoing it with recovery cards, but for right now, I'm playing 2 Ordinary Rod, basically shuffle 2 Pokemon from your discard pile, or shuffle 2 basic energies from our discard pile into our deck, giving us that additional recovery when we need it. And also 1 more energy recycler, shuffle 5 basic cards from your discard pile into your deck, giving us a way to just add energy back into our deck. We're also playing 1 Great Catcher. There's still a full amount of GX decks, so we can go ahead and gust something with a Great Catcher and still use a supporter for turn and take a KO with our Pokemon. So this is why we are playing 1 of Great Catcher. And to round out our energy count, we're playing 8 grass energy as well as 3 fire. The reason why I play a little bit low count, I've seen a lot of other lists playing 9 grass and maybe 4 fire, or 4 fire and 8 grass. It's because I added extra recovery cards with Claire, Ordinary Rod, and even Energy Recycler. I think this is good enough, and the fact that we can search out our fire energy with Viridian Force allows us to play a little bit less of a count of fire energy. Alright guys, that was my Regidrago budget list for you guys. Regidrago seems like a pretty decent card. I would say the deck is like tier 2, tier 3. The issue with the most single prizes is they get knocked out and you have to set them back up every single turn. So that is the issue with the deck. But again, it's something that you can start working with and playing with if you really want to for both Battle of Leukemia and POG 2021. Very cheap deck to get the cards on. I think the most expensive cards here were maybe the Snorlax and the Dedenne GX, which you know, the Dedenne GX is very cheap because of the promo. So you can go ahead and get the promo for very cheap. I think I saw that they were for like 2 packs each online. So not bad at all. If you just want to get started into the game. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that deck profile, and feel free to subscribe, like, and comment down below telling me what do you think about Regidrago. Is it good? Is it bad? Let me know down below. And have a good day and peace.